I've been losing weight, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you remember a few weeks ago when Kim Jong-un came, made a public appearance after his heart attack. He lost a bunch of weight. So I was like, we're on the same journey.
Welcome to Rise to Meet You, a comedy podcast where two friends try to be funny. I'm your host, Nigel Ng.
And I'm your host, Evelyn Mock.
Yes.
Hello. Hi, Nigel.
Hello. I have wall lights in my studio now, people.
Yeah.
Give it up. Give it up for my wall lights.
What do you mean?
Nice.
They're just like regular lights. They're not studio lights, are they?
No, they're called practicals. Practicals are lights that appear in the shot. So, yeah, they're wall lights. They're not studio lights on purpose. They're supposed to be just decorative. For the audio-only people, it's basically really nice. I have two little pendants on a very aged brass pendant holder. It's very nice.
Okay.
Yes. And I'm getting lights like these for the whole house. Every room in my house has like wall lights. And it's a flex, because electrician needs to drill a hole. They need to chase the wires. Basically, the wires sit behind the wall. And the wires need to connect to where the switch is. Mm-hmm. So imagine it has to run wires throughout the whole house. It's a lot of work. But it's so satisfying when you see it. It's beautiful.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
It is. It is. Once you go wall light, you never go back, man. That's what I say.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also have a practical in shop, but it's not plugged in, and it's just standing here.
Yep, I see it. So, listeners, you see how much effort Evelyn puts in versus how much effort I put in to dress up my set. My neon sign is coming soon too, people. Right behind me.
What's it gonna say?
They'll have to tune in to find out in 3 weeks. It takes a while.
3 weeks.
It's custom. It takes a while.
Okay. Where did you get it from? Did you get it from God's junkyard?
Oh, God's own junkyard? Oh,
yeah.
I should go there and buy something, shouldn't I? Yeah. If you don't know, people, there's a place in London where they have like very funky vintage lights, neon signs, very cool
neon
looking.
signs.
Yeah, but I went for something custom, so it will take a while to make. But I'm very, very excited. I know when I share stuff about my house, nobody cares. Sharing
Nobody cares.
pictures of your work in progress house is like sharing pictures of your children. Nobody cares. But I show it to people who are like, I made this.
The difference is that people care a little bit about children, but also you didn't make it. You just told people to make it.
Yeah, I conceptualized it. Well,
Did you?
Yeah, if that's the case, a dad shouldn't show pictures of his kids too. He kind of just sprayed a load into his wife.
Yeah, well, it's still he made it with his wife.
Yeah, I made it.
He couldn't make a baby
in my
without.
Head. In my head, the builders are the wife. I impregnate the builders with my ideas, and then they set it up, put it to fruition. But if you will humor me, I'll just say one thing about the house every episode.
Okay.
Just one thing. And I'll try to make it not repetitive. So this week for the house, I bought a little alarm clock, which is a Roberts radio. Roberts is a brand that makes like radios, basically. And it's also a Bluetooth speaker. And the aesthetic is very like, Marshall speakers, very 70s, grungy looking, industrial, very chic, very timeless. So I have it here, people. If you're on the video, you can see it. See? A little black radio with a gold trim. It's very classy. What do you think? You like it? It's nice, right?
Yeah, it's nice. It's it definitely looks like one of those Marshall speakers. Yeah.
Timeless design. And I bought it as an alarm clock because usually I charge my phone on my bedside table, and then it's like you spend time on Instagram scrolling, and then you just lose sleep. So I didn't want my phone on my bedside table. So I bought this as an alarm clock. And so because it's a radio, the alarm clock, it can be like at 7:30, it rings, the alarm clock is just the radio. The radio just turns on gradually, and you wake up to the sounds of the radio, which sounds nice in theory, right? But that it really depends which radio station you pick. Because when I first got it, I was like, okay, what station do I put? Okay, let me put BBC Radio 1. And then when I wake up at 7:30, the radio turns on. And in the morning, for some reason, they like to have callers call in.
Uh-huh.
And they all bitch about their lives. You know, they're just complaining. So this week, it was all about the universal credit. Boris announced a cut, £20 per week cut to universal credit. Universal credit, for people who don't know, is like maybe like a unemployment assistance scheme.
Oh, yeah.
You know? So I was waking up to like this housewife. I was waking up to this woman complaining, oh, £20 a week means I have to choose between heating my children or feeding my children. I don't need to wake up to that. You know?
Nigel,
Very depressing. It's very depressing.
Okay, I get it. It's depressing, but also it's like real life. It's real life.
Yeah. But I don't need real life at 7:30 in the morning in my bed. Okay? Oh, the HGV driver shortage. We have a shortage of lorry drivers due to Brexit, and it's really impacted my business, and I had to close down, and now I'm unemployed and on the streets. I'm sucking dick under a bridge, and my children don't even talk to me anymore. Oh no, I started doing heroin, and it's just really hard. I don't know how. I'm high on heroin, but I still have time to call in to this radio station at 7:30 because I'm still high from yesterday. I don't need to hear that. You know?
Well, I mean, doesn't it motivate you to work harder so that you never end up like that then?
No, it makes me sad. I want to wake up to, now I found the right radio station. I set it to BBC Radio 1. They have that depressing caller. Also, who's calling a radio station at 7:30?
People who can't sleep because they are up all night worrying about how to either heat their children or feed their children.
It's can we wait a little bit? Call it midday, maybe? Can we not start the day with that negative energy?
Oh, Nigel.
But
you're really a white woman.
No.
You really are Gwyneth Paltrow.
There is a time and a place for that. But it's not my bedroom at 7:30 a.m., okay?
You're that true.
Normal people at that time, they're driving to work. They're getting ready for work. So you're never getting normal people calling in. You're getting, it's a biased sample. It's not real life because it's the most distraught, angry, miserable people. Have you ever called a radio station?
I mean, I have to try and win tickets to Backstreet
that's
Boys,
different.
I think.
That's different.
But
to bitch, do you know how shit your life has to be for you to call BBC Radio 1?
No, but the thing is, I think, isn't it more normal people? Because the majority of people probably struggle rather than live a life where they don't have to worry about money. But I do agree that most people don't call a radio station to talk about it.
Yeah. I wouldn't say struggle. I think most people, I would say get by. I don't think everybody struggles to think about feeding or heating or feeding, heating of food.
I think I feel like I feel like more people do that than not do it. They have to think they probably can't. It's like you and I can be like, oh, we're gonna go on vacation. I want to go on vacation then, or blah blah blah. But probably most people are like, okay, can we afford to go on vacation this year?
Yeah, but maybe that's not struggling, really. My parents couldn't really afford to go on vacation. When I think struggling, I mean oh, will I go hungry this week?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So a different definition of struggling.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you can't go on vacation, I don't give a shit. Welcome to real life. You're not entitled to 2 vacations a year, But now I found the right radio station, Heart FM.
Heart, of course.
I just wake up and it's
Nigel.
Ed Sheeran. Doom, doom, doom. Love is the shape of you.
Oh my god.
That's what I want to wake up to. That's what I want to wake up to. Coldplay.
Of course you want to wake up to Coldplay.
And a DJ who sounds happy.
Lady.
A DJ who sounds happy. Good morning, London. And we got Ed Sheeran's latest single here. And then you just play it. Instead of, the lorry driver shortage has caused a lot of unexpected difficulties in my business. I'm on Coldplay, the latest hit. Coldplay. And we have Justin Timberlake coming up next.
Justin Timberlake? How? He hasn't been on the radio for years.
I just heard him today. Mirrors. Okay, it's an old song.
Mirrors.
It's an old song. I just heard it today on the radio. I was like, yes,
it's a good song.
They'll play Michael Bublé. The one that That's what I wake up to.
But aren't you okay? So waking up to the radio, doesn't it scare you that somebody's in your house? Don't you wake up every day like,
No.
Who's that?
No, because it's the Roberts Radio. Not sponsored, by the way. So,
I know, yeah.
Not sponsored. So, Roberts, you want to sponsor me, please. It's when the alarm rings, it's not like a sudden jolt, It's a gradually. We're going to play Ed Sheeran next, It's a slow build in volume. It's very gentle. And then you wake up, to nice music. Rita Ora, I woke up to Rita Ora. So that's very nice, very nice. The new Justin Bieber.
Oh my God.
That's what I want to wake up to. Instead of, my children are hungry, my wife left me, I'm going to end it all right after this phone call. I don't want that.
When I come and stay with you, I'm going to switch the channel back to BBC One every night.
No.
So that you wake up to the harsh reality.
I tried Radio 4 too.
Britain is today.
Tried Radio 4 too. It's equally as bad.
Why?
It's the same people complaining. It's like they call Radio 1, they finish a call, then they call Radio 4. It's the same people. I'm like, why is it you again?
Oh gosh. That's so fun. I have I don't have one, but I want one. There's these lights, and they're like the wake up lights, and then they simulate the sun.
Yes,
and
I've heard of them.
Yeah,
yes.
They just gradually become brighter and brighter, and then they play the noise of birds chirping and really angelic music. And so when you wake up, you're like, oh, this is so nice. I want one of those. Instead of Ed Sheeran and Justin Timberlake. I don't even want that. I want the illusion that I'm in heaven when I wake up. How much is it? How much is a Roberts Radio?
Why do you care? Why do you need to know, Evelyn?
Nigel!
Assume it's £1. Assume it's £1. When people come to my house, I think the monetary amount of something should not impact your enjoyment. If I told you this was £1, would you enjoy it less? If I told you this was 1,000 or 500, would you enjoy it more? No. Just enjoy it for what it is. The shape, the feature, the functions, the emotion it evokes in you. Instead of the monetary value.
So I've been to the pound store, Nigel, and I know that your house is not from there.
Just assume it's £1. So you enjoy it for its own thing, as its own thing, Don't be motivated by money, but it's okay, fine, it's 200, it's 200.
Yeah, I Googled it. It's 200.
For something that will last you a whole lifetime, I think it's a very good buy.
Will it last you a whole lifetime?
Yeah, these are built these are tough, man. These are tough.
So if
it's a good brand, it's a British made brand. Yeah.
So if a nuclear apocalypse happened, you would
I will
save
still
your
wake
Roberts
up to Michael
Radio.
Bublé. Pew, pff, asteroid hits Earth. Pff, then bum 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 doo 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 doom doom doom. That's I forget what it's called, but I woke up to it today, so that's in
You're
my head.
so materialistic.
What do you mean materialistic?
You're really materialistic.
I just like well-built things. I'm an engineer. I used to be an engineer, So when I see well-built things, I get a hard-on. I get a boner on my Marshall speaker.
I mean, do you have a Marshall speaker as well?
Oh, no, not Marshall, my Roberts Radio. But Marshall speaker, I'll buy one for my office.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't need an alarm clock for the office,
I thought you were going to have a Sonos thingy installed.
Sonos on the ground floor. Because I think when we're hosting people, then sure, living room, dining room, kitchen, garden, all need the same music, right? But why would I need the same music? Sonos is home sound system. You can play the same music all at once. But why would I need the same music in my bedroom that in the living room? You know what I mean?
Oh gosh, You're so Nigel, it's just it's so funny to me because you're so materialistic. But did you grow up Buddhist?
Yeah, and I think Buddha.
You grew up Buddhist and you've done a whole 180.
Buddha would want me to have a Roberts Radio. Okay?
Buddha would want you to absolve yourself of all materialistic stuff on earth so that you could appreciate. So that you wouldn't be weighed down by possession.
I'm not weighed down by possession, okay?
Attachment is suffering.
I'm not attached to this radio. I'm gonna throw it away for all I care. It's just nice to have. It's not suffering. Actually, it's the opposite of suffering. You know what's suffering? Sure, if you tune to the wrong radio station and then you listen to people suffering, that's suffering. You know?
Exactly. So if you didn't have that radio, you wouldn't hear it. So you wouldn't be suffering.
I'm not okay. Listen, Buddha.
That's so funny. You grew up a Buddhist, and you've become so materialistic.
I'm not getting into nirvana anyway. So let me enjoy my things while I'm alive. Okay. You can stay in your mental asylum flat, and I can. That's my Robert's radio. I'm not materialistic too. I just realized we talked about this last time. Your friends are double income, no kids, dink, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I want to be? One day I aspire to be crazy high income, no kids, chink. Mm-hmm. I just want to be a chink. Everybody, I want people to call me chink. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm a chink, crazy high income, no kids. Everybody should aspire to be a chink. So many people have told me like, oh, Nigel, you're not a chink. Don't think that about yourself. I'm like, guess what, bitch? I'm a chink now, bitch. I'm a chink. You know?
You happy now?
Yes.
You happy?
I just wanted to say chink with a twist. As a joke there, you know. I didn't want to use it as a slur, but I just wanted to say chink a lot on the podcast this week. So,
I mean, you are already a chink,
yes.
Nigel. You are sitting in your big house with all of your stuff.
It's not that big. The hallways are very narrow. You know, it's a bit claustrophobic, to be honest. But
oh my God.
And my level of income is what I have to settle for. But you should aim to be a chink too, Evelyn. You know, one day.
Awful.
Yes. Get something nice for yourself. You'll like it.
I get nice things for myself all the time.
Yeah.
I just don't talk about it on the podcast.
It must not be nice enough then. Must not be nice enough. I get things that bring me joy. It's very Marie Kondo. I buy things that bring me joy.
It's also very materialistic.
Yes, label me whatever you want.
Because you need things to bring you joy.
I mean, that's how life works, isn't it?
Joyful in your own presence, with your own thoughts and your own ruminations and philosophy.
Yeah, I mean, what makes you think I'm not that? I could have nice things and still enjoy my own presence, you know? What's with this dichotomy? Buying things equals you don't like your own self, you know?
I'm just making a point. I'm just making the opposite point.
But
it's funny.
This radio has enhanced my life. I recommend it, listeners. You know, because before this, my phone alarm, you know what it is?
What?
It's bang, 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 bang.
That's so easy to solve. Just choose a different phone alarm. Oh my God.
The number of women who have complained.
This
is back when I was dating. I don't really date anymore. But back when I was dating and they stayed the night and my alarm would ring tomorrow, they would just fucking hit me. Like, what the fuck, Nigel? Turn it off. I was a victim of domestic abuse because of my phone alarm. That's why I had to buy this Robert's radio.
Oh
now, I mean, there's nobody stayed over now. I'm too busy with work and house stuff. But now, when someone stays over, they're going to wake up to, you know, the nice sounds of Michael Bublé. You know? I'm not surprised. You know, I don't know that song. But you know that song I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I'd hit you too. I hate Michael Bublé.
It's not my fault. Heart FM played it. The morning show with Amanda Holden or some shit. I saw a poster of them on the tube. So
yeah, Amanda Holden. Yeah. Oh my God. I mean,
so Robert's radio, like, gotta get a nice alarm clock. Otherwise, you'll be the victim of domestic abuse. That's what I'm saying.
Just change your alarm on your phone. It's so easy.
Okay.
You can even put in a custom phone, like a custom song that you want to play. So if you like that Michael Bublé song, just put that as your alarm clock.
The problem with that is no matter what song you pick as an alarm clock, it ruins the song for you eventually.
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
Unless it's the radio. And every day it's different. You wake up to, you know, radio DJs have nice voices, you know?
Hi, welcome to the morning radio show. It's time to get up. I
want to find like a really like brash morning radio DJ voice like bam, 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 bam. All right, good morning, people. Do some prank calls right now. If you want to do some prank calls, send me your cousin's phone number. We'll call him and tell him you're from the tax department and they owe us money.
It's so cruel.
That's much better than I can't feed my children this week because the universal credit. I can't feed them. The lorries, they don't carry petrol. I can't feed them.
Okay.
I know it's a real problem. I acknowledge it's a real problem. I just saying I don't want to hear it at 7:30. It ruins my whole day. Now I make a cup of coffee. I'm like, he can't feed his kids. He can't feed them. He can't heat them up. He can't feed them. It's very sad. Very sad.
It is very sad.
Yeah. What have you been up to?
Every time, every subject you bring up.
What? Every subject I bring up, yes, it goes to an offensive place.
Yeah. It's just like a statement of like how, of like, in which way can you make this the most offensive?
Always offensive, sometimes funny. That should be our new tagline for the pod.
No, it shouldn't.
I realize that's I think we talked about this earlier. We do have different audiences, you know.
Yeah.
And I realize now that actually a lot of people like offensive things nowadays. It's kind of like a genre now. Like Dave Chappelle's comedy special, critic score or Rotten Tomatoes has a critic score and an audience score, right? The critic score is like 35%, but audience score is like 99 right now. The last time I checked the screenshot. So I think there's a
screenshot
of someone talking about it. I think yesterday. I'm watching the special right now. I haven't finished it yet, but I think there's a big market there for offensive shit. So
Oh my god.
No, kidding.
Let's talk about Shang-Chi.
Okay.
Because I've seen Shang-Chi. And Squid Game. Have you seen Shang-Chi and Squid Game?
No, I don't have time, man. Watching the Dave Chappelle special, I watched it by doing it on Netflix, the mobile phone app, in my pocket, and at 1.5x speed while I'm walking to the tube. Yeah, I just don't even have time for myself these days. Because we're both busy. We're both busy, so... I just want to watch Squid Game, man. I just want to tell my agent, stop giving me work. I just want to watch Squid Game. Stop it. But you can't say that to your agent because, they want to work hard and they want you to achieve things.
Exactly.
You can't be like, I want to watch Squid Game. Stop sending me emails.
Well, okay, so Shang-Chi and Squid Game. I just wanted to talk about Asian excellence, Nigel. Because... Sorry,
we just call it excellence. We just...
Oh, I see what you did.
Yeah. Trying my best.
The oldest joke in the book. Well, I think the funny thing is that I find the reaction to both of these films or like shows, I find the reaction funny rather than, the shows. Like the Shang-Chi was good. But honestly, what I took away from Shang-Chi is just that Simu Liu is like the Asian Jason Momoa.
Oh, that's true. He's buff. Good looking.
He's buff.
Yeah,
very good action hero. Very charismatic. Very like incredibly athletic and talented. He's posted I saw videos on his Instagram where he does all of the stunts himself, and I was like, whoa, that's so impressive. But he's really good in Shang-Chi. Like Shang-Chi was like all of the fighting scenes were amazing. I thought they were so great. And Tony Leung and Michelle Yeoh were amazing. The actress who played his sister was really cool, and his mom as well, Fela Chen, was that her name? The mom, I mean. But it's good because it was like, oh, this is super entertaining and stuff. But what I took away from it was just Simu Liu is hot.
Okay,
He's
not
really hot.
not a bad thing to take away from it. Okay. What about Squid Game? Is that Asian
Squid
excellence
Game.
too? Don't spoil it, by the way. No spoilers, by the way, listeners. We won't have any spoilers. I really want to watch it.
I'm not going to spoil it. Yes, I'm not going to spoil Squid Game, but if you haven't watched it, you need to watch it. Need. The thing is, it's good. It's like a good show. It's a very entertaining, easy to watch show. The concept is graspable and stuff. But I still think Kingdom was better. Kingdom's I think it's a more well-written show, and it's more exciting and tense.
Why people are not going to watch Kingdom is too many barriers.
What do you mean?
It's already an Asian show, and then it's subtitles, and then it's like ancient Asian outfits, you know? Or like, there's too many barriers. The same thing with me. Like when I see a poster of Downton Abbey, I'm like, nah, I don't want to watch that.
Really?
I can watch a white thing, but then if I see white people in like Victorian costumes, I'm like, yeah, the barrier is too high. There's too much unrelatability. So I assume when white people see Kingdom, their brain does the same calculation.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's too many barriers. Yeah. Let's start one thing at a time. At least in Squid Game, there's no like costumes. It's just contemporary, whatever random
Squid Game has so many costumes.
Oh shit!
Squid Game has so many costumes.
Okay, my bad. But it's like it feels like normal people in this day and age. You know, the setting is.
Yes.
Okay.
It's about class and stuff. Yeah. It's about like disparity and stuff.
So we got to introduce white people to Asian society. Shit one step at a time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, the interesting thing about Squid Game is that okay, maybe I can't. Do you know what it's about a little bit?
They play games.
Okay, I can't. Yeah, okay. I can't say this.
Don't say it.
But it's so funny to me now, the reaction to Squid Game, because people are going crazy about how handsome Gong Yu is. He's in it for a little bit. He does a cameo. And people are going crazy on the internet about how handsome he is. And it's so funny to me because it's like, it's Gong Yu.
Yeah, people know. Evelyn's masturbated to him 5 years ago.
Yeah, yeah. Get on the masturbation train.
You guys are a bit late.
But it's so funny. And so it's like this Hallyu wave is just like spreading and spreading. And it's, of course, it's gonna because Korean shows are so good. But it's amazing to me how things don't hit big until white people find it big. I mean, at least in the West.
You kind of live in the West. So yeah, that's how it's supposed to work. They are the majority here. So by definition, and then one way to get white people to like something is to get black people to like something first. And then white people love liking what black people like.
That's the thing. Yeah, exactly.
So we got to get black people to watch K-dramas. That's our next step. How to make it. You need to get black people to like you. Okay, if you're an Asian entertainer in the West.
I think black people, there are a lot of, are they called weebs? Like a lot of black people watch anime. At least
you need the cool black people. You need the cool black people. Not no offense, listeners, but when I say cool black people, you know what I'm talking about, right? Because white people only want to like the stuff cool black people like. White people don't want to hang out with a black man who watches anime. That is a bit weird, and I agree with them. I agree that if you're black and you watch anime, like your life is hard. There are two demographics that gets oppressed in society: black and anime watchers. So. Because I think
white people who watch anime are weird, but I think black people who watch anime are actually pretty in the know. They're like, they're normal. Yeah,
I don't know,
the
man.
Ones that I know.
think anyone who watches animes, the chances of you getting bullied is so much higher. Don't do that to yourself. If you're black and you watch anime, I respect your commitment, but you're just setting yourself up for a tough life. Really, you know what I mean? The same thing with Asian and watching anime. Being Asian in the West and watching anime, that's tough too. That's tough.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking that like you probably have that from your childhood, like the people who watched anime.
In Asia it's fine.
Were they the nerds?
It's normal. It's a bit more normal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, they're probably nerdy. So I agree. When things need to get big here, white people need to like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we need to appeal to white people, Evelyn. That's why no more white men are trash type talk,
White men are trash.
No, white men are great. I have so many white friends.
They're so mediocre.
They're really good, man. You can't generalize, Evelyn. You can't generalize.
I'll generalize about white men.
White people. I'm very pro white people on this podcast.
I know you are. I know you are. Yeah. We can tell. You're so inculcated with the kissing the white man.
Thank you. See, this is the kind of language, Evelyn. This inflammatory language.
Inflammatory, really, Nigel?
Yeah, very inflammatory.
Really?
I'll not let you talk shit about my fellow brothers, okay?
Oh, God. Stop sounding like you're part of, like, the Nordic Brotherhood.
Let me put it this way. White people, if you come see my show, I won't make you feel uncomfortable, but Evelyn will. So,
yeah,
Evelyn will. So come see my show.
Because I'll be serving up some truths.
Yeah, I serve some nice truths too. But Evelyn, okay. Let's see how that works out for you. Keep antagonizing the whites.
And you keep Uncle Chonging. Keep Uncle Chonging.
See, again, with the inflammatory language. I
thought that was quite creative. Actually, you know what? This is so funny. So, when I did, this is a propos nothing just because it's like, but I did a, when you could do those face app things and you could make yourself look like a man or a woman or a blah, blah, blah. I made myself look like a man and my face app photo made me look like Kim Jong-un. Which I thought was so funny. And then I just saw now, I've been losing weight, right? And you remember a few weeks ago when Kim Jong-un came, made a public appearance after his heart attack. He lost a bunch of weight. So I was like, we're on the same journey.
I wonder if Kim Jong-un gets therapy. If you're on the same journey.
I don't think he would get therapy because then he would realize that being a dictator is bad.
Nah, it's not that bad. Sometimes you're just born into, this role in life. And you just have to make the best of the bad situation.
It would be so funny to do a sketch, like a Sopranos style sketch with Kim Jong-un in therapy talking about the pressures of being a dictator. That'd be so funny.
That would be funny.
Yeah, that'd be so funny.
What is your attachment style, Kim?
Yeah.
What is your attachment style?
My father wasn't very present because he was busy oppressing our whole entire nation. So I grew up quite fatherless, even though I was quite privileged.
Did they have a mom? A lot
of years abroad, right?
Did he have a mom?
Yeah, probably.
We never hear about her, do we?
I know.
That's how it should be. What a great society.
Oh my God.
Pipe down, woman. It's a man's world. Go sow your kimchi. Go plant your kimchi.
Sow your kimchi? Terrible.
Okay. All right. But I think Kim, yes, you're on the same journey. So
we're on the same journey.
It's very cute. Yeah. It's very adorable. Can you imagine? What if you really connected with Jong-un?
I know. What if I met Kim Jong-un and we really
connected? You like Gong Yu too? Oh my God.
It's so funny because we are on the same journey.
Also, speaking of subjectivity in appearances, you do have a body that's considered very attractive in North Korea.
What do you mean?
I think over there they like because societally speaking, things that are considered attractive are things that are harder to achieve. You know what I mean? So like in the West, it's skinny, tan.
You mean that wealth in North Korea, that
people are a little bit
body
bigger.
Represents wealth because you can afford to eat.
Yes, exactly.
That's such,
Kim would love you.
That's like but that's like how it wasn't. Was it the Victorian era that it was like that?
Yeah, I mean in China too, there was a period that was like that as well in one of the dynasties. But that's what I'm saying. And you're tall.
I am quite tall.
You're tall, very tall for North Korea. Kim would love you. You'd be one of his concubines. You're one of Kim's concubines.
Yeah, let me just go to North Korea and become a Kim Jong-un concubine.
Evelyn Kim, You just have to wait it out and you can inherit the whole country. Amazing.
I wouldn't inherit shit. My kid would, but because I'm a concubine. It wouldn't be legal.
Oh.
They'd probably kill my kid, wouldn't they? Out of jealousy, so that nobody threatens the throne.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Oh, well. It was just an idea.
What a life. What a life. But yeah, I'm basically on the same journey as Kim Jong-un. I
Kim's
wish him
like,
well.
what if you talk to Kim and then he's like, let me tell you about someone, like, I just discovered Brene Brown. She's a insecurity, like a shame researcher. And I just realized being the dictator of North Korea, like, people always shame you. And I need to talk about this. They stigmatize dictators. Society stigmatizes dictators.
Again, this is something we can do in the sketch about him having therapy. It's really funny. What's it like being a North Korean dictator?
I've internalized all this shame. I grew up always feeling different too. You know, all my housemates, all my classmates were just starving and skinny and not royalty, and I'm the only one. It's so hard to embrace your culture and you know, when you're always the odd one out in the room. Maybe he reviews the world with the same baggage you do. You know what?
Same baggage.
Are you only saying that because I'm a dictator? Are you only saying that because I'm a dictator? You know. Because you have are you only saying that because I'm a woman? You know? Sorry, very mean.
Never
mean.
tell Nigel anything.
Yeah, I'll use it against you.
Never tell it. Yeah, he'll use it against you. He doesn't deserve to know your secrets.
comedy.
It's not. All right.
Well, I have to say, when I did some previews, prepare for my tour, right? And I did some previews, did a bit of Uncle Roger, did my stand-up, and then somebody quoted vegan slave owner.
What?
Yeah, there's this lady in the front row. Shout out to whoever you are. You know who you are. You can talk a bit afterwards. She's a patron too.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah. By the way, listeners, Patreon episode is coming. We are in the middle of editing it. It's coming. And please be a Patreon. Please be a patron. We appreciate it. It really helps us produce the podcast, you know, and pays for my Roberts Radio.
I mean,
support our Patreon. But yes, somebody quoted vegan slave owner.
Yeah.
And I was doing Uncle Roger, and then I want to transition to Nigel. So I was like, oh, nephew Nigel's going to come out and do some jokes now. And then somebody just yelled out, are you going to do vegan slave owner? And it's very flattering. You know, it's very flattering. Sorry?
They didn't quote vegan slave owner. They just shouted, are you going to do vegan slave owner?
Yeah, they remembered that joke. And I'm telling you, Evelyn, people like this like offensive shit if we can pull it off. People like it. And I think we are good enough now to pull it off. And also, in the moment, I was very flattered. But you have to understand also, it's a very obscure reference. And when she yelled out, I was laughing. She was laughing. Nobody else was laughing. That's a very obscure reference. So thank you, but very obscure reference. Nobody gets it. You know? So people want to watch a sketch, man. Comedy Central is missing out on vegan slave owner. That's a click right there.
Vegan slave owner.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah. Okay. So Nigel, when you get enough, make it yourself. You can make it yourself. I'm excited to see it.
One day when I have the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a very intricate vegan slave owner. It's a sketch that you need to take your time with. You know.
Yeah. Explain to us, how would you make it, Nigel? Explain to us.
It's very self-explanatory. It's a vegan who's a slave owner.
Okay.
You know? I just have to cast the right person.
Who would be the right person?
I don't know.
I thought you would star as the lead.
Yeah, I'll be the vegan slave owner.
So who are
you know what vegan slave owner would be better than? Hamilton. What? Okay?
Oh my God. You know, Hamilton actually got critiqued
because Hamilton owned slaves.
No, because they didn't they didn't address the issue of slavery.
Yeah, but then again,
in the musical,
when people go watch a musical, can you make something nice? You know, they're bringing their kids. I just want to have a good time. Maybe you don't have to always bring up slavery. You know.
I mean, I agree with you. I think, you know, slavery is a really complicated issue, and Hamilton is already so packed, so he chose the focus, where to put the focus. But also, you know what? I got a DM I got a DM from somebody who said that you thinking that Under the Sea is better than Hamilton is like you saying that Wagamama's is better than a genuine Malaysian hawker stall.
No.
Yeah,
all very
she said
different.
That.
All very different.
And I was like, oh, snap. So that was great.
Listen, Under the Sea is a better song. And what if we write like our own musical, you know?
The Uncle Roger musical.
Under the rice. Under the rice. Fuck Jamie Oliver. Fuck baby seafood. Under the rice. Make sure to get a rice cooker. And always use your MSG.
Oh my God.
There's nowhere better. Something. Under the rice. Hey!
You guys will know that we talked about this before, so Nigel didn't just spontaneously come up with this song.
It's spontaneously came out in the second half, okay?
That you went, something, under the rice. Oh God.
Oh, I laugh so much my camera is going out of focus. Wow.
Yeah, your camera's going out of focus.
I think it's because when I laugh, the camera can't detect my eyes anymore. So the autofocus algorithm is like, holy shit, where did he go?
Racist camera.
Yeah.
Racist camera.
There should be a superhero like Clark Kent takes his glasses off. This alien superhero just smiles and nobody can recognize him. Smiling man. Nobody can tell. He just smiles. Where did he go? Where did Clark go?
Smiling man.
Asian superhero. He just smiles.
Oh my God.
That's
You have
that scene, you know. I don't know, is it Spider-Man or Batman where the girl falls in love with she likes the non-hero person first.
Oh yeah.
Then a person goes visit her as the hero. And then she falls in love with the hero person. And then she tells the regular person, "Oh, sorry, I'm in love with someone else." I think it's Spider-Man, right?
It's Spider-Man. I think it's the Tobey Maguire one, right?
Okay.
Where they kiss in the rain upside down or something.
Yeah. So she falls in love with the slanty-eyed version of the.
Oh, come on! Oh, you mean the superhero?
Yeah,
Asian
the superhero. Yeah. I only love you when you smile. I only love you when I can't see your eyes.
I don't know if this is.
I love it. I love this idea. I love it's so offensive. I love it.
Oh God!
You don't need a mask. Just smile and your eyes become slits, and people can tell who you are.
I mean, Shang-Chi didn't have a mask.
Okay, his eyes are big, I guess. But for you, when you smile, your eyes become slits too. So it's perfect. Yeah. It's perfect. You should play that superhero.
The thing is, people always think that I close my eyes when I laugh, but I don't. I still see. Like I can still see. I see a lot.
Really?
I can still see. Yeah, when I'm like this, I can. Oh my God! I can't believe I'm squinting at the camera to prove a point.
What? You were squinting? Really? You were squinting?
Oh come on!
I thought you'd been squinting for the whole episode. They were squinting.
I still see.
Listen, if you are white, you can still make these jokes, okay?
No, because you can't. No, you can't. Do not make these jokes if you're white.
It's the feeling from your heart. Squinting is, is a surface thing. It's banter. It's banter in it. It depends on the intention with which you deliver the line. It's the intention.
No, it's not. As soon as you put something out there, your intention disappears.
No, I don't think that's true. I think when you put something out, people can interpret it whatever they want, but it's your intention. If you come at Evelyn by saying, "Fuck you, squinty-eyed bitch," I'm like, "Hey, you racist." And then, but if you come to Evelyn, "Your squinty eyes are adorable, Evelyn." I'm like, yeah, that's very nice. That's very nice. Keep complimenting her squinty eyes. It's good. Can you fit contact lenses in there, Evelyn?
I I've never tried. I was going to say my mom was actually trying to get contact lenses into her eyes and she couldn't.
It's a real problem. I find contact lenses very problematic.
Are you being serious
Yeah.
now?
I went to Specsavers and then some of my friends can't even fit in it. Very problematic, Specsavers. Why can't you make contact lenses just a line? Huh?
Nigel's the worst.
Very problematic contact lenses. We should cancel contact lenses. Cancel them.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Please stop, Nigel.
What? I'm woke, you don't like me. I'm offensive, you don't like me. What do you like? What do you like? What, normal? Normal's boring. Normal's boring.
When you're quiet. I like when you're quiet. Oh my God. You know what? Actually,
if you are an ally, you should only wear glasses. If you
Why?
are an Asian ally,
Oh.
because contact
I
lenses
see.
very problematic.
Oh,
You know?
I see.
Yeah, they're like they want me to put when the first time I got contact lenses and they wanted me to put it in. It'd be like, pull your eyes open. Are you saying my eyes are small and squinty? You know? Yes, they are. But oh well. I'm really good at getting things to fit in tight spaces. You know?
Oh, Nigel.
From learning how to put contact lenses in my eyes. It's a skill Asian people have. That's why we're good in bed, you know, because you're. I've been putting an object that's bigger than the opening into the opening for the past 10 years.
I mean, if it's in bed, it would be the opposite. You're putting a small object into a bigger thing. And I don't mean it as a generalization. I mean it specifically about Nigel.
I've never shown you my dick, Evelyn. Please don't make it sound like I've whipped my dick out when I record the podcast. Okay? Never done that.
No, that's true. You've never done that.
Yeah.
I just get the feeling. I just get the vibe.
What? Do I give off small dick energy?
Small dick energy. SDE. Small dick energy.
Chinky, small dick energy.
Dick energy. That's what Nigel's got.
I think this is the most offensive episode we've recorded so far.
Do you think?
I think it's up there. Listeners, let us know which episode has been more offensive. We covered domestic abuse. We covered poor people not being able to feed their kids. We said the word chink a lot. I call Evelyn's eyes slanty. You know.
You did, yeah.
Yeah.
But you have them too, so.
Slanty eyes are nice.
You know what?
Dust doesn't go in them.
Yeah,
it's
that's
nice.
true.
That's why I could survive my renovation. You know.
Your eyes are too small to get dust.
White people would have died. The eyes have been swollen shut. I'm like, thank God for Asian eyes. They're built for the desert. Built for sand fucking attacking you. I can just walk through the carpenters. They have to wear goggles. I'm like, ha ha ha, pussies. I just walk through the middle of their carpentry.
The carpentry, like the Messiah.
Yeah. Woo. But anyways, all right, enough of the slanty eye shit.
I will say something. I think as I'm losing, I think I might have dimples. Like tiny. But
I think you started losing weight. That's why the fat started going away. And you start
I know. I've been too fat, so my fat filled out my dimples.
Yeah. I mean, not just a dimple. The fat filled out everything, to be honest. But the dimples is one of them.
But I think I might maybe have dimples. I don't know.
I think your eyes might even be bigger once the fat falls off from your eyelid folds. You know? Right now it's way down.
No, I think so because I think I had like very chubby cheeks and chubby so it just like
pushes it.
Made it little. But I think I have
Great.
My eyes are a bit bigger. But
nice.
Yeah, I think I might have dimples that would just fill down by the fat. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's funny.
Really funny.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You've lost weight, Evelyn. You have dimples now.
Yeah. I'm like, hello. What a shame. What a shame to go without dimples.
Yeah, the best years of your life, you went without dimples. You lost the best years of your life to chinky eyes and no dimples. It's very sad. How's your new house?
I'm still stressed about it because we talked a bit earlier, and nothing's done. Basically, this is the only area that's done because I know I have to film the podcast, so I have to make it nice. So this is the only corner of my living room that I've done, but everything else, I don't have a couch. I need to get a couch. I had to sell my old one because it's too big for this place. So I have I'm stressed. And also, there are a lot of renovations going on, as I said before, and they're renovating our apartments as well. So they're installing like a new electrical thing. And then they have to come into our apartments to do like certain things. And so I've given them my apartment key. And so this past week, it's been twice where all of a sudden in the morning, strange men have just walked into my bedroom and woken me, and I'm like, ah, and they're like, ah, and then just running out.
Well,
because
twice.
they think that I'm not home.
Twice. Wow, yes. That makes it 3 times in your whole life. Wow.
Oh, Nigel.
Wow.
I knew as soon as I brought this up, Nigel would go there.
It's crazy. You're making big steps, Evelyn. Therapy is really working. You're healing.
Oh, come on. If anything, like them just barging into my bedroom unannounced is triggering me. But it's so funny because they are supposed to give you notices about when they're coming. So the first guy who came in, I knew he was coming, but I was too lazy to get out of bed. I was too tired. So I was like, oh, just a little bit more. And all of a sudden he just came in and just opened my bedroom door. And I wear my as I said, I have sleep apnea, so I wear my mouth guard. So it was just with my mouth guard. Yeah. And he was like, ah! And just ran out of my apartment.
Can they see you as they just open the door and you're sleeping there? Can they directly line of sight?
So he came into the area where I keep the coats and stuff, and then he was gonna go into my bedroom because he was gonna do something in the bedroom. And so when he opened the door to the bedroom, that's when he saw me. And the thing is, because everybody else works, but I'm freelance, so I work from home. And so they were like, oh my God. But then the second time it happened, I didn't know. So all of a sudden I just hear the keys turning in my door, and I'm like, oh my God. And then I wake up and I'm like, hello. So I just talk from the bedroom to the person. He's like, hello. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, we're coming to flush a radiator so that you can get heating into your apartment. Because again, the heating isn't working. So I've been sleeping with 3 duvets. Ooh. And so I'm like, what? You didn't inform me about this. He's like, yeah, we should have. And he's like, it'll only take 2 minutes. And he just barged in him as well. I was like,
sounds just like your previous sex encounter. You should inform me. It'll only take 2 minutes. And then he just barged in.
Okay, that makes it sound like I was sexually assaulted, which is not the case.
No.
But it did only last 2 minutes. No.
I mean, if you were sexually assaulted, you better hope they only last 2 minutes. You know what I mean?
Nigel!
The only time premature ejaculation is good is if the guy is a sex offender. Is it offensive or is that funny in there? Is that funny in there? There is a bit of funny in there, isn't it?
I
think there's a little bit. Honey, I'm a sex offender, but don't worry, I'm also a premature ejaculator. I was like, oh, okay, that's least worst case scenario, I guess. If you had to, okay, fine. You don't want a fucking stallion. You're getting assaulted for an hour. You don't want that.
So as I was saying,
the only time premature ejaculation is a good thing.
I'm so glad we don't have a sponsor for this episode.
Manscaped.
BetterHelp. Oh yeah, I don't know which one is worse. which one we would have had.
Oh God.
Okay.
That was so offensive. And I mean, it tickled me. I don't know if it tickled the listeners, but probably not. Is there anything else you'd like to add to that, Evelyn?
Please join our Patreon.
For more gems like these, we are trying to edit our podcast less. So that line is staying in, people.
We are? Okay, sure. You know what? That'll just mean less work for me, so that's good.
Less work for me, more more work for you in the long run when they start canceling me and they message you.
Oh yeah.
I can't believe Nigel said premature ejaculation is good if you're being sexually assaulted. And then you can reply with, but like, he's correct though, isn't it? Isn't he correct? People are gonna clip this up. Uncle Roger, comedian, claims sexual assault is okay if you premature ejaculate. Is that what I said? So, as you were saying, strange man go into your apartment and finish in 2 minutes. What next? What happens next?
I think we can end this episode now. I think we're done. I think we're done for today.
What a closer. Remember kids, always offensive.
Nigel!
Sometimes funny.
Okay, I thought you were going to say the other thing. Bye, guys.